Lionel Messi may have fulfilled his boyhood dream recently by finally getting to lift the FIFA World Cup with Argentina and won hearts around the world for the way he managed to lead the side to World Cup glory after 30 plus years. But all is not well between him and his club side, Paris Saint-Germain. Rather specifically, all's not well between him and a very small but very vocal sections of the fan base. In fact, those problems are actually fueling speculation that Messi may very well choose to leave once his contract comes to an end this season, because as of now, no new extension has been agreed on or even signed. So why exactly are these problems cropping up, and what exactly does this mean for Messi's future going forward? Well, that's what we're here to discuss in this particular video. But first, let's talk about the root cause of the issue. Messi's recently found himself being targeted by PSG's ultras. Now, for those of you who don't know what ultras are, they are, of course, the more hardcore fans of a certain club, and what's more, they're often among the more violent as well. They're also very vocal, and they in fact can organize into gangs. So PSG's ultras have in fact turned on Messi, and for 2 or 3 matches now, there have been calls for them or from them so that other fans can actually boo Messi and ensure that his lack of effort or perceived lack of effort is noticed by fans, and that they start pelting him with the jeers accordingly. Now, that is of course a major problem, but Messi so far hasn't really commented on the matter at hand. That being said, it is very clear that whatever is happening here has been affecting Messi, because recently PSG ended up losing 2-0 to Rennes of all team, who are of course currently in the middle of the table. They're not exactly one of the bigger clubs in France, and things got really out of hand. So Messi was jeered during the game against Rennes. In fact, it ended 2-0 as a defeat for PSG, so that only made things worse. And then, as if to ensure or to send a very subtle message, Messi did not even bother applauding the fans after the match. In fact, after the game was done, he just headed straight down the tunnel and left the stadium. Now, all of this has naturally fueled speculation that, hey, maybe he's finally done with the club. Maybe he will in fact be looking to change clubs again just about 2 years after he touched down at the French capital. In fact, there's been plenty of media reports that he had a falling out with manager Christophe Galtier as well, because he had to leave one training session early. Now, according to Galtier, he ended up leaving the session early because, according to him, Messi was feeling his hamstring just a little bit, so he was pulled out as a precautionary measure. And to then make things or try to debunk that rumor, Galtier has actually come out and defended all of his players after the intense criticism that they received after the match against France. In fact, this is what he said. He said that, look, my players gave everything they had. You can't incriminate my players on a lack of commitment. That's absolutely not true. He said this very clearly, and he refused to blame any of the players. In fact, he did in fact make a few excuses or give reasons as to why it is they struggle so much. He said that, look, they were mostly playing with academy players. We've had a few issues with injuries this year. The excuses don't really hold that much water, but you can understand and at least give credit to the manager that he is trying to ensure that the criticism is deflected away from his squad, and that whatever issues they need to hash out, it's done behind closed doors and not in the open public forums. That being said, though, murmurs of Messi potentially leaving the club and going back to Barcelona have been growing, and what's more, a certain sound bites from a current Barcelona player, Sergio Roberto, have only fueled speculation that maybe Barcelona are trying to make that improbable homecoming happen. Here's what Sergio Roberto had said in an interview. He said that we will welcome him, that is Messi, back with open arms. Who's not going to be prepared for Messi's return? Because of the Champions League elimination, they, that is big PSG fans, have taken issue with him. But he is a spectacular player, and it's bad that a player of this level is treated in this way. Now, these weren't the only things that Roberto said. He further went on to say that, Messi has been providing plenty of goals and assists, and if he comes back to Barcelona, he will be treated right. No one can deny the fact that Messi does in fact hold a special place in the hearts of Barcelona fans, especially Barcelona fans who were lucky enough to see him, many of whom would have probably become fans of the club around the same time that he was there. But as of now, no indication yet that he'll be going back to Barcelona, because a move to the MLS or maybe even to Saudi Arabia, where his eternal rival Cristiano Ronaldo is playing, has also been mooted. However, one thing does seem very clear is that the end of the road for Messi and PSG does seem to be closer rather than, actually an extension of that relationship taking place Well, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. The main reason is that it's nearly the end of March at this point, and there has been no talk about a new contract. In fact, rumors of an extension being discussed have been going on for ages, but Messi's contract will expire at the end of May, and it does seem more likely, considering the deteriorating relationship with fans, that he could very well be headed out of the Paris club. Thank you guys so very much for joining us in this particular video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like it, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap the bell icon, leave us a comment, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Last but not least, don't forget to download the AajTak app. And if you're already on the channel, go ahead and check out a few other videos that we've done. For now though, from my side, goodbye.